team tonight. Ian Walker in goal. David Tuttle starts tonight. He finished the game on Saturday, of course. Cundy and Ruddock both play. And Jeff Minton and Justin Edinburgh. The big news, though, is a debut for Kevin Watson from Hackney out on the left-hand side. Kevin Watson, just 18 years of age, to be playing on the left-hand side. It's his debut this evening. He's 18, Hackney born, and a big night for teenager Kevin Watson. Brentford have goalkeeping problems, and third choice Ashley Bayes is included in their team, with number 7 Lee Luskin coming in to replace Mickey Bennett. Plenty of ex-Spurs connections. You saw there number 3 Chris Hughton, 14 years with Tottenham, 309 appearances for the club. Ashley Bayes, a big moment for him. From Lincoln, a trainee, made 2 appearances last season, but it's third choice behind Graham Benstead, Peyton, who's on loan from Everton. There's Chris Hughton, 53 times Republic of Ireland international, 51 of those when he donned the white and blue of Tottenham.
For Brentford in goal number 1 tonight is Ashley Bayes, number 2 is Brian Statham, number 3 Chris Hughton, number 4 Keith Millen.
Ian Walker is now firmly establishing himself as number 1 in the Spurs goal, battling it out with Eric Torsford. Now in this Coca-Cola Cup tie this evening, there's no substitute goalkeeper, as is a requisite of the FA Premier League.
The referee tonight is Mr. John Martin of Hampshire. The reserve official, not noted in your programme, is Mr. B. Knight from London. Tonight's match is sponsored by
Neil Ruddock and Jason Cundy have been magnificent at the heart of the Spurs defence. Gary Mabbott, who's had 5 to 6 games in the reserves, has pledged that he'd like to finish his career at Tottenham. Still 2 years on his contract, his testimonial year. Keith Millen, the Brentford captain, big night for him as well. And Neil Ruddock, in his second spell with Tottenham, has been absolutely outstanding. Round about 5,000 Brentford fans have made the trip from West London. An all-ticket packed crowd of 13,000 will watch the second leg. For Spurs, it's imperative they get a victory. The late team news, of course, is that Darren Anderton returns. Vinnie Samways, Dean Austin and Andy Gray are the 3 players who have failed to pass the fitness tests. Gordon Jury passed fit this morning. He really struggled in the last 10 minutes against Manchester United. The crowd estimates between 15 and 20,000. We're just about ready to get underway. Spurs playing from right to left. They're kicking towards the Park Lane end of the ground. It's a murky night in North London. Tottenham of the Premier League against Brentford in the First Division. And away we go with Neil Ruddock in the centre of the field. Here's Paul Allen. Here's Ruddock, the Tottenham skipper. First touch for new boy Kevin Watson. Cundy. Gary Blissett. Brentford's 20-year-old goalkeeper Ashley Bayes from Lincoln. The Brentford supporters packed behind him. It was a big bonus for him to get into this game. Brentford, of course, who drew 0-0 on Saturday against Leicester. Peyton kept the goal for them, but Everton decided it wasn't worth the risk to have their on-loan goalkeeper getting cut-tied. Keith Millen hoofing that out. There's a flag for offside. And Spurs have an early free kick. Ian Walker will take this. picking up possession. Houghton. Lee Luscombe putting the ball, booted away by Cundy. Brzezinski was looking for that, but Tuttle hacking it away. Anderton. And it was Jury who was caught offside. Brentford have a free kick. An erratic start to the season. They've lost just 3 times away from home in the last 10 away meetings, but they haven't won away from home in the league this season in their 3 away visits. Just offside. Free kick to Tottenham. David Tuttle playing right back again out of position. And Lee Luscombe comes from Guernsey, rather like Matthew Le Tissier of Southampton from the Channel Islands, and a similar sort of player. Free kick to Spurs. Kevin Watson on his debut. Free kick to Tottenham. Rollick to Jury. Good challenge. Keith Millen. Spurs won their first corner of the game, and have a look at this again. That was Jury, and that was Millen. That was well played from the Brentford central defender. Darren Anderton to take it. In comes the cross. Jury got half ahead to it, and he might well have got a nasty knot there. He went down very quickly, and Gordon Jury not having any luck, and here we see it again. Yeah, clash of heads. It was almost an accidental clash of heads, and that's the last thing he'll have wanted, because he finished the game very groggy on Saturday. Good corner that from Darren Anderton. Jury up though, a little dazed. Spurs players, of course, playing for places in Wednesday's match in Rome. The Paul Gascoigne reunion. Anderton swings it in. Gary Bliss it back to defend there. This is Paul Allen. Anderton wheels his arm, gets the ball in. Jamie Bates clearing well. Tuttle plays the ball in. This is Watson with a shot. On his debut, an 18-year-old Hackney-born Kevin Watson is playing on the left-hand side. One of the impressive youngsters, rather like Andy Turner, who's getting their way into the Spurs side. A lot of young prospects coming through. He's impressed in the reserve game so far, and that's why he's earned his chance. Free kick to Tottenham. Tuttle was caught late, and Justin Edinburgh on the far side warming up. He's one of the 2 substitutes, the other being Jeffrey Minton, who scored on his debut against Everton last year. The 18-year-old, another Hackney-born teenager. Minton on the same score as Kevin Watson. Allen, and an early chance for Gordon Jury. And maybe when he sees this again, he'd have done better to have headed it down. The cross came in from Allen. 5 minutes gone, and Jury's header didn't really get the power to it. And 6'1" Ashley Bayes makes the save. Brentford trying to go forward. Walker sliding into the challenge. Free kick to Brentford. There's Ruddock. Absolutely outstanding on Saturday. Keith Millen to take the free kick. Statham might get it back again. There's Jury. Brentford take it quickly. Smiley on the right-hand side. There's Jury. There's Watson. Watson, nice little ball looking for Jury, and Jury did get the first touch there. Statham was with him. I think he made a vital touch there to deny Jury getting away. Millen down the line, but Ruddock, Jury, Watson, no flag. That was a very sensible ball from the Hackney-born teenager, but Brentford coming forward again. Marcus Gale, who's replaced Dean Holdsworth. He's the main point of the attack up front, and he'll be 22 next Sunday. Cundy back to Walker. And Walker certainly not the best clearance he's produced. Spurs 0, Brentford 0 in the Coca-Cola Cup second round first leg. Spurs looking to get an advantage to take to Griffin Park in a fortnight on Wednesday. Neil Smiley, the much travelled Neil Smiley, and Steve Sedgley wins the throw. Comes off Gary Blissett. Tottenham have the throw. Pat Vanden Hauwe, his 103rd appearance for Spurs this evening. Spurs 0, Brentford 0 in the Coca-Cola Cup. 2 legs, 2 weeks on Wednesday, the second leg. And Spurs, who reached the semi-finals here in this competition last year. Nobody out to challenge that. Simon Radcliffe's stabbed ball. Here's Sheringham. Anderton looking to find Sedgley. Ashley Bays. His 11th game. His 4th this season. This Coca-Cola Cup. It's first year with the new sponsors, but it's formerly the Football League Cup. Spurs, of course, who reached the semi-finals last year. Brentford lost to Norwich City. Brentford fans behind that goal. Tottenham have a throw in then. 10 minutes gone. Brentford have a corner. It's cross. So Brentford have their first corner. Neil Smiley coming across to take it. It's his second spell at Brentford. Well into his 30s now. Crystal Palace fans will of course remember him. Smiley then swings in the corner. Sedgley with the clearance. Statham put the ball out, and the throw-in taken by Vanden Hauwe. Millen hooks it forward. That was easy for Ruddock. He's very good in the air. Here's Watson. And he's had a good start so far. Here's Anderson. Bit of space. The challenge was very late by Lee Luscombe. Free kick quickly taken. John Martin, the referee, did well there to let play go on. Smiley, he's overrun that. Oh, and the challenge was late. from Vanden Hauwe. It might well earn him a booking. Smiley. And if we have a look at it again, it really was a very late challenge indeed. Here's Smiley. Now, he rolled it on too far, I thought. Here's that touch. Now, he's overdone it. Vanden Hauwe, though, coming charging in. That was very late. The first yellow card of the night. And Pat Vanden Hauwe is being booked. And Smiley, his second touch let him down, and Pat Vanden Hauwe committed himself and gets the yellow card. Pat Vanden Hauwe, wholly committed, went right the way through. A very physical challenge. Neil Smiley is up, but it was the second touch who let him down. Vanden Hauwe there, fully committed. 11.5 to 12 stone, maybe even a bit more, Vanden Hauwe, and it was a clearance there from Sedgley. Krasinski down the line, looking for Luscombe. Got Tuttle on Luscombe, and I think that's going to be one of the challenges of the evening. Brentford have a free kick just inside. Won Chrissy Houghton, won the UEFA Cup with Spurs in '84 and the FA Cup, of course, in '81 and '82. A vital clog in the Spurs wheel in the early '80s, and played over 300 times. Sedgley clears it, and it's good play from Simon Radcliffe. He was challenging Sedgley. Brentford have the throw. Brian Statham being ordered back by John Martin. Statham with the throw-in for Brentford. We've been playing nearly a quarter of an hour. It's Spurs 0, Brentford 0 in this Coca-Cola Cup. Second round, first leg. Good touch from Jury, and Sedgley's away here. And that was a great opportunity. Anderton just couldn't keep it in. He slipped. And Darren Anderton will be disappointed. Let's have a look at it again. A lovely ball through. Jury's first touch was excellent, and Sedgley away. Now, Anderton was screaming for it. And things just haven't worked for him this season. And Steve Sedgley looking to get his second goal in the Milk Cup. He's only scored twice for Tottenham. Once a late equaliser against Crystal Palace a fortnight ago, but he did score against Nottingham Forest 2 years ago in this competition. Watson. Jury. Keeping and holding possession. What a lovely ball from Jury, looking for Anderton. And Anderton's away here. Now he's got a chance. And this is a much better cross. Sheringham. The drive from Jury. And Keith Millen got in the way there. And Luscombe for Brentford. Now Tottenham are looking good. Cundy powering forward, but he doesn't get there. Krasinski. Blissett. Gale. Luscombe. Good cross from Luscombe. No Brentford players in on the far side. That was a good cross. Spurs holding fort, looking for more likely to get an early goal. We'll be now playing just over 15 minutes. Spurs have a free kick. Ruddock and Cundy look solid at the back, but that was just an alarming moment for Tottenham fans. The ball flashing across the post. Jury. That's going out for a corner. The second of the game, Ashley Bayes. Seemed to catch that very late. He didn't realise that was a corner until he had no chance of getting Anderton with the corner. Swings it in. Luscombe, number 7 there. Smiley. Brentford with Luscombe. First touch letting him down. Tuttle. That's going nowhere. Houghton shows his experience. And again, down the touchline looking for Luscombe. "17 minutes gone. Spurs 0, Brentford 0. Sheringham up, nice touch from Jury. Here's Allen and Anderton on the right. Anderton, the greatest ball in front of Sheringham. Spurs looking very solid with the centre-backs, Cundy and Ruddock. Now really forming one of the best centre defensive partnerships in the whole of the Premier League. Anderton, still no goals. Jury's arriving. And a good clearance from Bates. Good play from Gale. No flag. They're trying to find Gary Blissett. But as you see that cross coming in from Anderton, there's mayhem going on in the Brentford penalty area. Tuttle with the clearance there. 6'1" David Tuttle, playing his 12th match tonight. Houghton. That's Watson. To get caught. He was caught late. And it was Statham. Neil Ruddock. Not impressed by that. Let's have a look at this again. All cleared out from Ruddock. It's Watson. Now he got away there. Oh, that was a late challenge from Statham. Ruddock wasn't impressed. Sheringham. Anderton. Oh, the little header in from Sedgley. And that was a dangerous ball in from Anderton. Here's Sheringham. And there you can see Anderton. And there, little flick. Corner. Anderton takes it. Sedgley. Statham. Oh, lovely ball from Statham, looking for Smiley, who's gone on the far side. Switched sides, David Tuttle with it. And Spurs win the throw. Watson. Back pass there from Jamie Bates, putting Ashley Bayes under necessary pressure. Cundy back to Walker. Walker and Bayes, they rather similar in age, certainly, both youngsters. And the offside flag up. Marcus Gale, the 21-year-old, caught offside. Neil Ruddock. Sheringham, but the ball with Watson on his debut. Sedgley. Anderton seeing a lot of the ball this evening. Sheringham. Anderton again. Big night, I think, for Darren Anderton. He needs to get some confidence. That's all it is. That's all he's been lacking so far. Here's Paul Addy. Fancies a shot from there, maybe, but closing down. Van den Houw on a chance for Sheringham. And that was a great opportunity for Teddy Sheringham, who played against Spurs last season in that semi-final. Had a free header, and here I feel he could have done much better. Score on his home debut, and of course got to Wembley to face Manchester United in that semi-final. Halfway through the first half, Spurs have started well. They're looking for a goal. Would certainly make everybody much more relaxed. Sheringham, Anderson with Chris Hughton to beat. Anderson crosses it in, essentially as Bates clears. Anderson particularly tonight, I'd say, see more of the ball than arguably he has done in the rest of the games that we've seen here put together. He clearly has been given a free roll on that right-hand side. Walker. Challenge from Kevin Watson, who's had a very bright start in his first appearance for Tottenham. Statham with the throw. Blissett's header on. Smiley might try one! Well, Neil Smiley got an opportunity here and a sight for gold. And that was an excellent effort. Curling away, Walker will say he had it covered. It was a great effort from Neil Smiley. Wasn't it? One to be alert for Tottenham fans. 0-0, 24 minutes gone. Paul Allen to Teddy Sheringham. Spurs are being very patient and are actually playing some good control and solid football. What they've not got to do is get caught like they were almost moments ago. Then the game could change course completely. So far so good, but Spurs could dearly do with a goal. David Tuffle, his fourth appearance this season. Sheringham and Jury going up to the edge of the penalty area. And the aim for Ruddock. Marcus Gale goes in with Ruddock. It's a throw into Brentford on this near side. Statham takes it. Schmeichel. To Brentford. Pat Vanden Hauwe. Statham with the throw in then. No goals. Mullen. Watson. And again, Watson showing a lot of confidence, but Hughton coming in on Anderton. This is Statham. Good spell for Brentford. They're stringing together one or two passes together. Neil Ruddock coming in forcefully. And Brentford have another throw in. Their supporters seeing their way to the left-hand side. Spurs 0, Brentford 0. 20 minutes to go to the break. Spurs have a throw in. And they'll be looking to get a 2-goal advantage from this first leg, I think. Because it's an awkward trip to Griffin Park 2 weeks on Wednesday. Jury's on. Watson. Allen. Jury with him. Still Allen. Here's Jury now. Edge of the penalty area. Millen did well to block him, but it's still Gordon Jury. And it's a corner to Spurs. Their fourth of the game. Anderton. Sheringham, Tuttle. Now, danger there for Brentford, still scoreless. And Smiley's chasing there, Cundy's with him, still Smiley. Offside. Flag out very early there. Krasinski was making good running. Neil Ruddock out of position there, coming out to challenge Neil Smiley. And the quality of the cross not matching the quality of the break. So Ian Walker. Deep clearance. Watson. Plenty of space for Paul Allen this time, but Houghton back to his old stamping ground. Luscombe with the cross. Allen. It's out from Millen. And Spurs have a throw. Spurs have got a good record in the second round of the Coca-Cola. To go back to 1980, the last time they lost in the second round, and of course last year Cundy almost caught out there as Anthony got the flick on. Krasinski, Houghton, and Brentford get a free kick. It's good running from Simon Ratcliffe, and when you have a look into the game, Jason Cundy is in big danger here of a yellow card. And Jason Cundy could well get booked here. Gordon Jury protesting. But Jason Cundy is getting booked. Second man in the book tonight, Cundy and Vanden Houwe. Cundy booked for dissent. Smiley, I think, favourite to take this. About 10 yards outside the penalty area. Smiley curls one in. And Gary Blissett gets the header. Half an hour gone. Brentford will definitely be pleased with the way that their side has stayed with Tottenham. Certainly Spurs do not want to start on level terms for the second leg at Griffin Park 2 weeks on Wednesday. They'll need a lead. It's an awkward place to go and get a result, especially with a certain full house, which there would be in the event of the game still being open. Goal kick to Tottenham then. 14 minutes to the break. Spurs who've got injury problems without Vinny Samways, Dean Austin and Andy Gray. Sedgley. Jury. Stay there. And out for a corner off Tuttle. Brentford win their second corner of the game. Neil Smiley. Swings in the corner. to force the clearance now. Cross came in. And Tuttle pulled up for handball. And it's a free kick to Brentford. I think it was handball against David Tuttle. And Tottenham here, a few anxious moments. Really do with the goal. Simon Radcliffe is the man down. Ex-Manchester United apprentice. He couldn't get into the A-team. Spent 4 years in the reserves. Spent 2 seasons at Norwich. Roy Clare, the Brentford physios, left the field. Smiley then quickly takes the free kick. And it's a corner. Their third of the game. Vanden Hauwe doing a good job there. The Bees of Brentford buzzing at the moment. Having a good spell. Neil Smiley. 34-year-old Smiley. Gale going to the near post. And Gale was getting there. Spurs here being forced to defend. And they've won the free kick. I think that was Millen. He was challenging Cundy unfairly, said John Martin. Spurs beat Brentford twice in the FA Cup. Brentford and Spurs have both won of those two. Offside against Jury. Ironically, in a long history of the League Cup, there hasn't been a meeting between these two clubs. And Brentford have got to go back to 1949 since the last time that they met Spurs at White Hart Lane. Watson to chase Staden. This will be an interesting challenge. Staden committed to pass back. And in fairness, it was as good a job as he could have done. Vanden Hauwe surely was fouled there. Brentford fans moaning. That was a foul from Gary Blissett, no doubt from that. Scrappy game then, in many ways. A lot of free kicks. Pat Vanden Hauwe to take this free kick. Spurs 0, Brentford 0, 10 to the break. It's going for a Brentford throw-in. Statham to take the free kick. Cundy and Tuttle both coming back. Walker will have to be decisive here, and he wasn't. And a mistake from Walker. And that could have cost him dear. Gale did well. Muscombe had more time than he thought there. Spurs have a throw-in. Allen and Houghton, who played together for Tottenham, Sheringham. It's gone out. And that's a throw-in to Brentford. Lineman very quick there. Just under 10 minutes to go. Brentford holding on at the moment, and in their last visit some 40 years ago, they did force a 1-1 draw, so far so good. Spurs were big favourites tonight, and a chance for Brentford! It took a deflection and a real let-off. Walker was beaten there. And let's have another look at it again. It took a big deflection here, and that's the closest we've come to a goal. 7 minutes to the break, and Brentford could have embarrassed Tottenham there. Schmeichel to take the corner. 0-0. Watson's touch off. Jury. Sedgley let it go. Beautifully done from Sedgley and Sheringham. And Paul Allen's away here. Anderson's on the edge of the area. Here's Allen, and it's still Allen. Van den Hauwe. Now the advantage has been lost. Allen. Watson. Oh, he slipped. And on your debut, when you get an opportunity like that, I've got to say that was inexperience. Bates. Oh, terrible clearance and a chance. Anderton. Well, big claims around White Hart Lane for the penalty. Darren Anderton, let's have another look at this. Well, I think he stumbled. Big balls. Anderton wriggled his way into the box, but I think he just fell. Anderton looked a bit unlucky in a way, but John Martin was there and he's on the spot. I think it was more unfortunate for Anderton, but he's got a chance to redeem himself here. Spurs now looking to get a goal just before half-time. Anderton really good play that time. And now Watson with the drive! He could so do the goal on his debut. Well, Jeff Remington, his Hackney-born colleague who's on the bench tonight, and scored. But here now, the controversial moment. This was Anderton. And I think he stumbled. I think it was a good decision. Although the Spurs fans who haven't had the benefit that you have here on Spurs TV of seeing that again, still adamant that they should have had a penalty. Well, bad luck really for Darren Anderton, because so far, as I said before, he's seeing a lot of the ball. Just over 5 minutes to half-time. Spurs now beginning to buzz. Brentford have had 1 or 2 chances. Essentially, here's Sheringham, he might well get here. Chance for Sheringham, goal for Sheringham. It's his second for Tottenham, and how important that goal could be. That's why the Spurs management paid out money to Nottingham Forest. Tony Sheringham getting his second goal for Spurs, and a classy finish from a classy striker. His first real opportunity, and a lovely goal from Sheringham.
The time of the first goal for Spurs, 40 minutes and 13 seconds. The goal scorer number 10, Teddy Sheringham.
Teddy Sheringham, 4 minutes from the break. And Teddy Sheringham showed excellent finishing skills. Sheringham's strike rate remarkable. 30. Low money to pay for somebody so old. Sheringham, he got a lot of space there, and Spurs here are finishing the second half strongly. That's got a deflection from Jury, and Brentford here are going to have to hold on, because you could see a second for Spurs coming. Jury here getting a lot of space, and this shot took a deflection. And the home crowd now right behind Spurs. They sense that they're having their best spell of the match. Brentford under a lot of pressure, and Sheringham was given a free roll there, having just scored. Ruddock comes up. Sheringham again might get the opportunity. Gale clears for Brentford. They're going to have to hold on to half-time now. They've done so well. Offside against Gary Blissett. Wasn't much in it, but Rodican Cundy timed it to perfection. Spurs leading them 1-0. Teddy Sheringham's second goal for the club with 3 minutes to the break. It's an important goal for Sheringham because Brentford are having a good spell. Sheringham. Houghton did well there. Marcus Gale, Luscombe's calling for it. Marcus Gale still going. Kevin Watson did well. Van den Houw, not a good clearance. Houghton. Luscombe looking to take on Tuttle. Here's Anderton. Good play from Anderton. Good defensive play from Dan Anderton. He's had a good game, really. I think the crowd are really behind him. Anderton. Spurs then leading by a goal to nil. They have had the two bookings, Cundy and Van den Houw, as the minus points. I get the feeling that this has been a very disciplined performance for Spurs. Let's have another look at Teddy's goal, because it was a ball put through from Steve Sedgley, and here's Sheringham, and that is classy finishing, and Sheringham gets his second goal for Tottenham. 1-0, coming up to half-time. Here's Watson. Jury. Sterling with the throw. Bayes clearance. Going to Tottenham. Brentford throw. As we reach the half-time interval, 45 played. And there goes the whistle from the experienced referee, John Martin. Tottenham leading by 1-0. The only goal coming in a scrappy first half from Teddy Sheringham, his second for the club, after a marvellous pass through from Steve Sedgley. A crowd of between 15 and 20,000 enjoyed the closing stage of this one. Half-time, it's Tottenham 1, Brentford 0. Welcome back to the second half of this Coca-Cola second round first leg match between Tottenham and Brentford. The only goal of the game so far coming 3 minutes before the break. Teddy Sheringham getting his second goal for Spurs this season, and the second goal since he joined them in that £1 plus move earlier in the season. Brentford had their fair share of possession. And it looks like Brentford
The half-time substitution for Brentford, number 14,
Bob Booker
has replaced number 6, Simon Radcliffe.
and
That's
Simon
number 14,
Radcliffe
Bob Booker, for number 6, Simon
left the
Radcliffe.
field. So Bob Booker spent almost a decade as a first teamer at Brentford before he went to Sheffield United back in 1986. So Brentford get us underway. They brought on Bob Booker. Pitch in really good shape at the moment here at White Hart Lane. I know that last season there were 1 or 2 have been playing, but none of the sides that play here this season anything but praise for the Tottenham pitch. Spurs playing from left to right in this second half. Tuttle takes it. Here's Allen. Jury. And a free kick to Brentford. Midway inside the own half. Spurs leading by 1 goal to 0. Tuffle. Throw into Brentford. Chris Hughton, big favourite of course here in the 80s. Cundy's first clearance, not a good one. Throw in again to Brentford. Hughton takes it. Smiley goes with him. Tuttle gets the clearance. Anderson clears it to the halfway line. Mullen Hoisman's up. Cundy looking for Jury, not finding him. This is Bates. To Bays. It's a deep, long, high clearance into the North London night. And Marcus Gale, judged to have been fouled. And it's a free kick to Brentford. Is this too far to have a go? I think probably it is. This could be Lee Luscombe, and he's going to drive one here. Luscombe drives one! 2 or 3 yards to the left of Ian Walker. Let's have a look at it again. Luscombe through the gap in the wall. It's almost going wide, but struck with pace. Lee Luscombe, who replaced Mickey Bennett in the Brentford side tonight. Brentford trailing here by 1 goal to 0. And for Jury. First touch, not a good one. Sheringham and Sedgley both looking for that. Keith Millen, though, with the clearance. This is Sedgley again. And Sedgley beaten to it. And this is Smiley for Brentford. Smiley again offside. And it's Mullen and also Gary Blissett. Wasn't a foul, that was a free kick for. It's a free kick for the offside. And it was Blissett who was caught. So Walker. 7 games. Smiley. Ramsey throw. Off Steve Sedgley. Brian Stadham. 5 years at White Hart Lane. Sheringham. A lot of space for Anderson on this right-hand side. Before Allen finding. Here's Anderson. puts in the first-time ball. Anthony as far as Neil Smiley. Krasinski, ex-Wimbledon from Poland. Jury. And Krasinski, Pole, giving away the throw-in. Pat Vandenhouw. 102 games before Spurs. Brentford win possession. Booting the ball out. Ryan Stadium again. Spurs leading by 1-0. Teddy Sheringham getting the only goal, 3 minutes from the break. Cundy obviously didn't get a call from Ian Walker, that was the point. It's been a bit of a scrappy start to the second half. Brentford having their fair share of possession since they went a goal behind. Spurs finished the first half very strongly. Brentford have a bit of a chance in the drive coming in, and Luskin had a golden opportunity there. I don't think he realised just how much time he had. 6 minutes into the second half, he should have done better. At least found the target. Here we see it again now. Look at this, Luskin. Plenty of space, had much more time. Shot wide and let off for Tottenham from Lee Luskin. Alarm bells for Tottenham at the start of the second half. Phil Holder, the ex-Spurs player, of course, now looking after Brentford. He'll be disappointed with him. Anderton to Paul Allen. Sheringham, nice turn. Houghton did well. Good experience there from Houghton. Good play from Tottenham. Already throw in. Millen took a painful blow, it looked like. Houghton takes the throw. And that's Ruddock. High up and under. Oh, it's still kept in. Well, I thought that was certain to go out. Sheringham there, keeping it in. Cundy, Sheringham, Houghton to Schlibes. Not a decisive clearance. Here's Blissett. Oh, bit of space here on the far side. Statham crossed the ball in. Brentford having a very good spell here. Krasinski. Allen. Pat Vandenhouw came in. But Krasinski's been penalised there, I think, for the challenge on Allen. He's just in Edinburgh. Warms up there, we can see once again. And he's coming from the Brentford supporters. Those Brentford supporters, most of them making their first appearance to this excellent stadium here at White Hart Lane. And the old-timers of the Brentford supporters behind the goal will have seen their side on the last visit to White Hart Lane over 40 years ago, and how accommodation has changed for visiting supporters over the years. Darren Anderton. That's a free kick. Chris Houghton. Anderton here did superbly. Inside the first and the second, changed direction, won the free kick and takes it himself. Essentially dummies. Tucker. Cundy. Allen. Oh, he got a bit of space there. Not a decisive clearance. Sedgley with the drive. Away come Brentford. Smiley. Luscombe. Brentford coming forward again. Luscombe, who had that golden opportunity for Brentford. He's got Tuttle inside him. Luscombe with a cross, an equaliser! And the goal coming in from Gary Blissett. A great flick header. And the Brentford fans behind the goal go mad. Questions have to be asked into the defending here. As Blissett with the flick header equalises. And now we got a real game on.
Equalising goal for Brentford, 55 minutes and 4 seconds. The goal scorer number 10, Gary Blissett. Gary
Blissett gets the goal. 10 minutes into the second half. And Spurs now are going to have to concentrate. And a great header from Gary Blissett. Tottenham 1, Brentford 1. Teddy Sheringham and Gary Blissett. If we have a look at it again, it was a wonderful header from Blissett. And it's a rare mistake possibly from Neil Ruddock. But Luscombe, who took on Tuttle, and Blissett beat Ruddock. All credit to Gary Blissett, because not many people would beat Neil Ruddock from there. Goal number 22 in his career for Brentford, and now we've got a big atmosphere at White Hart Lane. It's the Brentford fans who are singing. The Spurs fans have got to be careful as Brentford have a great chance. And Walker blocked that one out to deny. And there's Walker there, robbed Lee Luscombe of a certain goal. Good goalkeeping from Walker. Real pressure now for Tottenham. Brentford on their first serious challenge into the penalty area of the evening. Equalised through Gary Blissett. There's a big atmosphere here now. And Spurs, who were held to a 1-1 draw by Manchester United on Saturday, who drew 1-1 with Brentford over 40 years ago. Are they going to go one better and get a win tonight? Throw into Brentford. Kevin Watson with the challenge. Statham with clearance. Sheringham with a lethargic ball. Luscombe, whose cross led to the equaliser. Luscombe's got plenty of space. And the Brentford fans cheering him on. Here's Lee Luscombe. In goes the cross and a great chance. No flag. And Gary Blissett here had plenty of space. And that was very close to being a shock lead for Brentford. Gary Blissett. He got goal side of the central defensive pair of Cundy and Ruddock. And Brentford here having an excellent spell. Tuttle, that's a good ball. This is Statham. Brentford really buzzing. Wins the throw for Spurs. Go. Ruddock. Very good clearance there. Vandenhout. Jury. Makes behind him. No foul. Southampton. Good little ball in. Bates did well to head it away. And Spurs have a bit of time here. This is Tuttle. 1-1. And the header coming in was Watson. Goal kick. Let's have a look at this again. We'll have a look at it for the second time. There's the header. It was going over from the teenager, Gordon Hackney, on his debut for Tottenham. Brentford supporters in full cry. That's really generating cut-tie atmosphere here at White Hart Lane. Spurs fans silenced by that listen header. Sheringham, Allen, Jury. There's the cross, and a goal! And on his debut, Kevin Watson does what Jeffrey Menton did against Everton, scores on his debut. The header, a beauty, Spurs in the lead. A really good header.
Of the second goal for Spurs,
And on his debut,
36 seconds.
Kevin Watson put Spurs back in front. Well, Brentford have been caught there just as they were threatening to even take the lead here. And Spurs as Jamie Bates is being treated to. Let's have a look at this second Spurs goal. Jury here did ever so well. He feinted out towards the outside. Unmarked. Kevin Watson on his debut for Tottenham gets the goal. Kevin Watson, who's not the tallest at 5'9", but that was a fine header. And Ashley Bayes in the Brentford goal had very little chance. Brentford smiles all round. Teddy Sheringham, who scored the opening goal. Around the ground, relief is the best way to describe the atmosphere. Simply because Brentford had a 10-minute spell there in which they could, perhaps should have been in front. But Spurs now have the advantage restored. And there's the man of the moment. A goal on your debut. Kevin Watson at 18. You'll be wondering whether that goal has done enough to earn him a trip to Rome. The management deciding not to name the squad who are going to Lazio until after the game, so places to be played for. And Kevin Watson, I'm sure, will be hoping that his name will appear on the list to go to Rome. Throw into Brentford. Newton, of course, knows all about big cup nights with Tottenham. 3 cup trophies, 2 FA Cups and the UEFA Cup medal in his 300 appearances. Krasinski played from Allen, but it's a Brentford throw, much to the disgust of Allen. And I wouldn't say that the management would be over-impressed by that. Paul Allen looks like being the second Spurs player to go in the book tonight for dissent. He'll be the third player to get a yellow card. And John Martin is an experienced referee. He's going to take no nonsense. And now Allen joins Cundy in the book for dissent, along with Pat van den Hout. So unnecessary to be booked for dissent. Spurs have had 2 players booked tonight for dissent. back in here. And Krasinski, very late indeed on Watson. I think he's going to get booked here, Krasinski. Well, surprised there because that was very late. Spurs lead 2-1, 25 to go. Now we're looking to get a third because Griffin Park, with just a one-goal advantage, it'll be a tense night for all. How they could do with getting 3-1 in front. Just gives themselves that breathing space for the game in a fortnight in front of an all-ticket sellout 13,000 crowd. Essentially. No flag, yes, it was late. Jury slipped as he went through. The flag did go up, but it was a little bit late. Jury passed his fitness test. Late this afternoon. Brentford then with a free kick. Physical game. You can see here now, just a clumsy challenge. Spurs then 2-1 in front here. And Jeffrey Minton, the teenager who scored on his debut against Everton, warms up. Ruddock quickly takes the free kick. That's looking for Sheringham. Watson. Here he is again. Allen. Sheringham. It's been a very entertaining last 15 minutes. Spurs will be very relieved to be back in front. 2-1 they lead, with the second leg to come in 16 days' time. There you can see Jeffrey Minton. Godfrey was the Brentford substitute. Justin Edinburgh along with Jeffrey Minton at Tottenham. Good atmosphere in the crowd. There must be, I would say, nearly 20,000 here tonight. There were some estimates as low as 11,000 I've heard before the game. I thought that was very pessimistic. Brentford have brought huge support. And Smiley's cross out by Walker. He made a very crucial save to deny Lee Luscombe shortly after Brentford had equalised, and that could in the end be the key moment of the night for me. Brentford rallied well, equalised through Gary Blisser, and have really put up a tremendous spirited performance here at White Hart Lane this evening. Spurs here leading by 2-1. Here's Lee Luscombe, whose cross led to the equalising goal. David Tuttle-Lowe with the fine clearance. And Tuttle's done well because he's playing out of position. And Luscombe is having a fine match. That was late. Krasinski, play on, and Brentford had a great chance there as Millen's shot took a deflection and goes out for a corner. Here it is again, you can see Millen's shot clearly took a deflection off Sedgley, and Smiley goes over to take the corner. Spurs leading 2-1, Brentford with the corner. The big men going up. Allen. Caught late, but why didn't he play on? That was perhaps the reason that Gordon Jury, in frustration, threw the ball away. And sometimes you can understand that, because there was a clear advantage and a big chance of a Spurs break. That was just sheer frustration. And tonight's attendance officially confirmed as 19,300 and 65, considerably more than maybe some thought, and a very good turnout some 48 hours after the last home game here. But perhaps Spurs fans having a look at the fixture list and realising that it's quite a long time before they're going to be back here at White Hart Lane. Amazing, 2 games in 48 hours and not another one until the middle of October. The next home game, Saturday the 17th of October against Middlesbrough. Remarkable, you have 2 games in 2 days and then have to wait nearly a month. So the Spurs fans who's come here with season tickets, of course, a season ticket valid for tonight's match. Spurs with Paul Allen. Spurs leading by 2 goals to 1. Chris Hughton, 53 caps for the Republic of Ireland, all bar 2 of those when he was a Spurs player, and the big honours in the game, 2 FA Cup winners' medals, and that never forgotten UEFA Cup triumph as well. Hughton very much part of the great Spurs side of the early 80s. Bates, Luskin, no flag. Krasinski, poor cross from the ex-Don, and Spurs have a goal kick. Spurs who have a trip to Rome, of course, in 48 hours' time, going tomorrow, and then the travels again for the game on Sunday against Sheffield Wednesday. Allen. Anderson. Allen again. Decisive. Allen to the goal scorer, Watson. Anderson. Luskin. Booker made the challenge, and Luskin appeals for handball. Still Luskin, a great run from Lee Luskin, and it's the free kick to Tottenham. Look at this run from Lee Luskin again. Spurs win the free kick. Jury. Jury! What a finish from Gordon Jury. Well, one of the goals of the season so far. Gordon Jury gets his 4th of the season, and that was a beauty. Something out of nothing, Jury looked up, and that was a great goal. Ashley Bays had no chance, he was off his line. Brilliance from Jury, 3-1 to Tottenham.
50 seconds. The goal scorer number 8, Gordon Jury.
But Gordon Jury will be absolutely delighted by that. And Spurs now have a healthy 2-goal lead. A great strike from Jury. And we'll get another chance to see that one. Here he is, nothing really on. He looks up, and that was beautiful. And that is a great finish from Jury. Ashley Bays off his line. And Jury gets his 4th goal of the season. And Spurs have a throw-in. And Jeffrey Minton warming up. He could be coming on very shortly. Spurs look like they might be making a substitution. A lot of activity on the bench. And you can see Jeffrey Minton getting coaching advice from Ray Clements in particular. He scored on his debut. It's vital for Spurs that they maintain this advantage. They've had the break really with a great goal from Jury. How things have changed in the last 20 minutes. Spurs leading 3-1 here, and there is a bit of breathing space in that scoreline. The goals have been very high quality. Booker with the cross, was it caught offside? And here comes the substitution. Jeffrey Minton coming on.
Substitution for Spurs, number 12, Jeffrey Minton,
Minton coming off. So Jeffrey Minton coming on. And Darren Anderson coming off. And Jeffrey Minton, who came on at the end of last season to play that game against Everton and scored the goal. And Spurs leading by 3 goals to 1. And Minton just playing up front on the left-hand side. On Jury again! Oh my goodness, that would have been an extra special long-range repeat from Gordon Jury. And have a look at this. Well, if that had gone in, that would have been something special. It was only half a yard wide. Bates is half clearance. Jury with an excellent effort. And Spurs here have the strikers to thank for their goals this evening. It's the first time they've scored 3 times this season. And let's have a look at that effort from Jury again. Well, that was something special. And that really would have been a beautiful goal. Spurs, who began their campaign this season with a scoreless draw against Southampton, and then a disappointing home defeat against Coventry. And then, with the exception of the Leeds game, when things didn't go at all well, the performances have been very fair. Brentford take the free kick. Walker makes the challenge and clears quickly now. Spurs leading by 3 goals to 1. Sheringham with the flick. Houghton, the ex-Spurs man, does well. Nice play with Bob Booker to Krasinski. This is Luscombe for Brentford. Luscombe did well. Krasinski looking for Booker. Walker shows the bravery that's required in goalkeeping, especially with that new rule. As Booker goes down, he's off the pitch. Behind the goal, Walker's okay. It looks like Booker took a slight knock. And the trade is on, and Tottenham are trying hard to press forward. Jeffrey Minton, the smallest of the youngsters. This is Watson. Good running from Allen. Millen did well there for Brentford. Luscombe. Millen still down behind the goal. This is Statham. Ruddock. Pat Van Howe making good play, and Sheringham is arriving. And Houghton took the safer option and put the ball out for a corner. Brentford still playing with 10 men at the moment. Keith Millen is off the pitch at the other end. And there you can see Houghton showing his experience. Brentford going to make a substitution here. Kevin Godfrey coming on. And it's Bob Booker who's gone off, so it's a substitution for a substitution. So Bob Booker goes off and Kevin Godfrey's on the pitch. Booker.
The substitution for Brentford, number 12, Kevin Godfrey, replace number 14, Bob Booker.
Substitute Godfrey coming on for the substitute Booker. Luscombe. Spurs 3, Brentford 1. And Spurs will be pleased with the result here. Just over 10 minutes to go. Brentford know that if they could get a second, the second game would gain a completely different complexion, because the away goals do count double after extra time in this competition. But a 1-0 win for Brentford then would put a lot of pressure on the Spurs players in the second. 3-1 is a little bit better for Tottenham, and they'll be quite pleased with the way things have gone, particularly in the second half. This is Kevin Watson. Paul Allen. Oh, he's good running this from Allen. And he lost his footing, I think, there. Millen clears it. Luscombe. He provided the cross for the best moment for Brentford fans tonight. Watson. Sedgley. Spurs now playing at their pace. Caused a little frustration, but Tuttle looking for Jury. Statham heads the ball back. Corner to Tottenham. Now, the last 10 minutes is when Spurs have shown their best. Let's have a look at this again. Statham. Well, no Anderton, so Kevin Watson comes on. I think a precaution, really. Anderton has been suffering from a stomach upset that he got sometime during the game against Coventry a week ago. Brentford have a free kick here. Statham, who played here at Tottenham, in Zimbabwe. Hooker being helped away by John Sheridan and Roy Clare, the Brentford physio. He's leading the pitch as Tottenham have a throw in here. Under 10 minutes to go then, Spurs leading by 3-1 in this Coca-Cola Cup tie. Sheringham caught late. Spurs have a free kick. Well, that's just been pernickety. And Tottenham have a free kick. Neil Ruddock, been very influential this season. Looking for Jury, who's had a great opportunity this season to really show his footballing skills. There was talk that he might have been linked with a move back to Scotland. He's been in good form, Jury. He scored his 4th goal of the season tonight, and it's been a night for the strikers with Sheringham scoring as well. Here's Jury. Sheringham again, this time making run to the far post. Jury with a half-hearted ball in. Blissett looking for Luscombe, and this is Tuttle. Will have to do well, and Tuttle forces the back pass, and Walker showed good footballing skills. That was good play from Luscombe, who really tested Tuttle. This time Cundy has to clear. Watson. Brzezinski. Luscombe. Brentford's throwing off Watson. 6 minutes to go. Offside. Marcus Gale coming in. Spurs leading by 3-1 at White Hart Lane. A crowd of 19,365. Great attendance, really, for an early season cup tie. The Brentford fans make the atmosphere this evening. Sheringham won that one in the air. Jamie Bates is the to beat. Spurs leading them by 3-1. It's been a good second half, and the goals have been excellent. Minton. Watson again on his debut. Two teenagers. The richness of the talent in the youngsters at Tottenham is being shown here in a major way. Remember, no Andy Turner tonight. You add in him, and you can see why this Spurs side is being built for the future with some outstanding players. Minton, Turner, and Kevin Watson, who makes his debut tonight. Just over 5 minutes to go. Luscombe with the cross. It was a cross-come shot, and Walker will be very relieved. Here we see it again. It was a cross-come shot. We've seen one or two of these this season. Walker will claim he had it covered. We've seen some spectacular goals this season, none more so than Jason Cundy's opening goal against Ipswich. He'll never forget that as long as he's playing the game. Gordon Jury scored a spectacular effort in the home game against Sheffield United. Brentford fans singing as Cundy takes the free kick. Essentially, Allen, Watson, essentially, run. Ooh, and he made a mistake. And it's such a rarity. He's caught by surprise. He's been very solid this season, Neil Ruddock. Marcus Gale caught offside. And Ruddock not over impressed by Marcus Gale. Ruddock looking for Jury. Here is Jury. And Jamie Bates puts his foot in, throwing to Spurs. Jury, who scored his 4th goal of the season after 73 minutes. Pat Bandenhow into the box. Jeffrey Minton. Watson. Bandenhow's cross. Goes out to play for a goal kick. Tuttle heads the ball away. Spurs 3, Brentford 1. Just a couple of minutes to go. Brentford would love a second. Spurs just hoping that they can maintain the 2-goal advantage. Luscombe, he crossed for the first, and this time Walker decisively picked the ball out of the North London sky. Walker with a big clearance, this time Sheringham won it in the air, and it's Jury! Ooh, and he had a chance there. Ashley Baines must have... So as we see it again, he waited, he wasn't decisive, Jury was, and then Baines just beating Jury to it. And when you remember the Sheffield United finish, you just feel for Brentford, because that could have been 4-1. So Brentford fans away to our left-hand side, still singing away, but they are 3-1 behind. Luscombe might try a curving cross this time. And Walker comes out of his penalty area now to show his footballing skills. And he puts the ball out of play as we move into the last minute. Spurs 3, Brentford 1. Spurs leading by 2 clear goals, having been brought back to level pegging. This is Luscombe, who's cross-led to Smiley's far post with Gary Blissett. Luscombe who crossed, of course, at Blissett's equaliser. Remember, Spurs led through Teddy Sheringham 5 minutes before the break. Gary Blissett equalised 10 minutes into the second half. And then Kevin Watson on his debut put Spurs 2-1 in front. Luscombe to Brentford. So, time up now, and Brentford have one last chance. Brentford, with Neil Smiley, have their 6th corner of the night. Smiley with his left foot. Jury doing his fair share of defensive work. We're at injury time here. Luscombe. And Brentford could get caught here. Sheringham did well. And Sheringham again. Juringham calling for it. He finds Jury. Allen's got lots of space on this side. Jury drives one. Good save. Very good save from Ashley Bays. Jury drove one in. And he was looking for his 5th goal of the season as we see it again. Gordon Jury. Good save from Bays. And deep into injury time. That could have been the last effort of the match. Justin Edinburgh coming on. A very late substitution. Kevin Watson coming off.
Number 14, Justin Edinburgh.
As Justin Edinburgh comes on. Kevin Watson, who scored on his debut, comes off in injury time. Spurs leading by 3 goals to 1. And they have a throw in. Jury quickly takes it. Sheringham, he's got a bit of space. Looks like a foul throw, but Minton, well, not the greatest ball he's ever played. Well into stoppage time now. John Martin, check with both linesmen. There have been 1 or 2 injuries, so he's right to play these 2 minutes, but there won't be too much more. Spurs 3, Brentford 1. The old Tottenham connections will have been pleased with the way things have gone as John Martin from Hampshire blows the final whistle. Brentford supporters applauding their side. They've done the First Division proud. Remember last year's Barclays Division 3 champions. But it's Gordon Jury who scores a goal that would be remembered here at White Hart Lane by a crowd of 19,365. 17 minutes in the end to give Spurs a 2-goal advantage for the second leg, 2 weeks on Wednesday in the return. Neil Ruddock, who was outstanding at the back, may have been caught out for the headed goal by Gary Blissett. There were anxious moments when Blissett equalised because he was set up for a tense and titanic battle in the first half. But in the end, Spurs will go to Brentford, leading by 3 goals to 1 after this first leg of the second round of the Coca-Cola Cup.
You can come along to White Hart Lane on Wednesday night to watch Lazio versus Spurs live via satellite from Rome. A limited number of tickets at £10 available to include a meal on sale for our Park Lane ticket office tomorrow morning.